Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you've never been here before. Today I'm going to film a video that gives you all of the items that I feel are essential for bub, and then the items that I feel like are a bit of waste of money. This is going to be very subjective to every person because every baby's different, every experience is different. So yeah, if you don't agree, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna give you my opinion. If I keep looking down here, it's because I've got Ari asleep and he keeps opening his eyes slightly, but he's just learning to self-settle, so like he's just gone back to sleep again. So yeah, I'm just gonna watch him because I might have to give him a little rock if he wakes up. But yeah, let's just get into the video before he does wake up and stops me, because the last video I had to have him on me. It wasn't good. Anyway, let's just get straight into it. I think I'll start off with all of my essential items, what I have used a lot, what I really like, and then we'll move into the things that I think are personally a bit of a waste of money. But like I said, every baby's different, so something that I like, you might not like. Something that you really like and really used a lot, maybe I don't like that much. But yeah, first of all, we'll talk about breastfeeding. And for breastfeeding, I really recommend a haakaa of some sort. I didn't get the brand haakaa. I think that's how you say it. Probably not, I always pronounce things wrong. But if you don't know what it is, I will put a photo of it here. Basically what it does is it goes on your other boob that you're not feeding from, and all of the letdown builds up into it. So I'm not actually breastfeeding anymore, but I did for like 2.5 to 3 months, and yeah, that was something that I really liked. I would always get like at least 30 plus mils in my haakaa, and that all it does is sit on there, suctions to your boob. And yeah, I definitely recommend that, especially if you have a big supply, because all that milk that just drips out is just wasted. So that's something I definitely recommend for breastfeeding. Breastfeeding pillow. Now I didn't have one of these to start with because he was so small and it was just so easy to carry him, but as he got bigger, my back started hurting from just holding him. So just having like a pillow, and you don't need to go and spend heaps. I think I just got mine from Kmart and it was like $30 or something, or just any type of pillow to have underneath or while they're breastfeeding to support them. I recommend getting one of those. So yeah, I didn't have that to start with, but then I decided to get one and it made my breastfeeding a lot easier. Okay, what else have we got? I got a little thing. Okay, now I'm not breastfeeding. This is my #1 thing that I'm loving at the moment. So making a bottle of formula, you have to boil the water and then let it cool down to a certain temperature, and my baby would hate waiting for his bottle to be cooled down. I'm sure everyone's baby probably hates waiting, because when they're hungry and they start screaming. So I went and I invested in a tippee perfect prep machine. I'll put a photo of that up here too, because some of you might not know what that is. But honestly guys, I think it was like $220, so it was pretty pricey. But can you really put a price on convenience? I don't think so. This is amazing, honestly. So what I do now is I have little formula dividers. I make up how much he usually drinks. So he's drinking about 180 at the moment, which is 6 scoops of formula, and I just put those into the formula dividers. And then when he's ready for a bottle, that's already done up. All I have to do is pour the formula into the bottle, put it on the machine, and it makes it the perfect temperature for me, well, for bub. So honestly, so convenient. He has his bottle ready in like 2 minutes. And yeah, I highly recommend one of these if you're bottle feeding. Definitely get one. There are other ways that can make it a lot faster if you have thermo cups or whatever. when you put your boiled water in that. So like that could make it faster, but honestly this is like a baby espresso machine, and I got my tax back and I had a little bit of money, so I was like, okay, I'm going to invest in this, and it has been a lifesaver. So yeah, definitely recommend a Tommee Tippee Perfect Prep machine. Obviously none of this is sponsored. Look how many followers I have, subscribers I have. None of this is sponsored. No one's going to sponsor me. This is just all coming from my heart. Yeah, that's the place it comes from, I don't know, but yeah, Tommee Tippee Perfect Prep machine, awesome. Okay, next, I guess this is staying on the same subject. We've got a microwave sterilizer. So you can get like Milton, I think they're called Milton, like little drops or whatever that you put in to sterilize your bottles and stuff. But I've read on the packet that it takes 15 minutes to sterilize them, and with the microwave sterilizer you literally just put your, well, you wash your bottles with warm soapy water, and then you put them into this microwave sterilizer, put it into the microwave for 2 minutes, and they're sterilized. So that is an essential. I feel I didn't go and pay like $50 for one of the Tommee Tippee ones or whatever. I literally went to, I think, Kmart and got one for cheap. It was like $15. Works perfectly. My bottles are always sterilized and cleaned. I'll be honest, when I was breastfeeding, if I expressed into a bottle, I wasn't really sterilizing. I was just cleaning with warm soapy water. But apparently if you're formula feeding, you should be sterilizing your bottles. You should be anyway, but it's way more important if you are formula feeding. So yeah, and I also got a bottle brush, just like $2 or something, again from Kmart. That just gets in there, washes the bottles, and then put them in the microwave sterilizer, and they're ready. And they also sit on a drying rack. I haven't got a proper drying rack. I just have like one of those where you put your knives and forks in, and we weren't using it, so I've turned it upside down because it has little holes in it, and they dry out on that next to the sink. And yeah, so my whole formula feeding, it's very like quick and easy, and that's like the best thing when you've got a screaming baby, especially at 3 in the morning. You want something that you can do nice and fast, so recommend that. Okay, next on my list I have a capsule. Now this is definitely something that's subjective, because I've heard a lot of people say you definitely don't need one, they grow out of them so quickly, but personally I love my capsule. I love it so much. I know you're not meant to have your baby sleep in the capsule, they should only be in there for 2 hours, but Ari absolutely loves sleeping in his capsule, and I only ever let him be right next to me if he's sleeping in it. I don't let him sleep in it overnight. I just let him have little day naps in it, so he's never really in it for over 4 hours anyway, 2 hours anyway. But at the moment he's right next to me in his capsule. That's the only place he self-settles, to be honest. If I take him for a walk or something, you just clip it out of your cart, put it onto your pram, put it back into your car, bring it upstairs, he's sleeping. My family health nurse actually said to me, if he's asleep in it, why take him out of it? I know there's gonna be some mums that probably jump down my throat saying you definitely shouldn't let your baby sleep in it because they don't get air into the airways or whatever, but honestly, a sleeping baby, it's very good if you have a very overtired baby. And what am I going to do? Like, I can't have him on me 24/7. So yeah, that's my next recommendation. My next one is swaddles. Now the swaddles that I recommend are ones with a zip, like Love to Dream swaddles, or you can get cheaper ones from Kmart. But I have noticed that they can put them up over their face a little bit more than the Kmart ones. But I love the Love to Dream ones, but they are quite expensive, especially if you've got a baby that wheezes through everything. He will sometimes wee on it, and then I'm not going to go buy, sometimes we'll wear through 3 outfits in one night, and I'm not going to go buy 3 outfits, $350 Love to Dream swaddles for each night. So the other ones that I really like, they're Velcro ones, and I actually got gifted a fair few off my sister, and they're the ones that I really enjoy. And then once you are transitioning them out of swaddles, you can actually just like put their hands out still and just swaddle them from here down. So yeah, and they're like so much easier than having to fiddle with a blanket swaddle. So yeah, I recommend the Velcro ones or Love to Dream swaddles, but yeah, they are expensive, Love to Dream ones. So is it worth it? And they grow out of them quite quick. So yeah, I recommend the Velcro ones, and you can get them from Kmart for very cheap. So yeah, this is one that's going to be subjective and controversial probably, but I feel like you need a lot of clothes. I was under the impression that you shouldn't get many clothes because they grow out of them so quick, la di da da. But if you have a bub like me that pees through everything, sometimes I'm giving him 5 changes a day. So that's 5 suits I have to put him in per day. And I don't want to be doing the washing every single day. So I actually only had 7 suits for each size. I think if you've watched all my videos, you would have saw that. But I had to go out and buy way more because yeah, he pees through like 5 a day, and sometimes I'm left with no clothes and I have to go and do the washing. So I definitely recommend getting a fair few clothes in each size, probably at least over 10. And next, going on from that, still on the suits and the washing, I have on here a dryer, and I know everyone doesn't have the luxury of this. It's very expensive. It's also expensive for your electricity bill, but if you can, get a dryer, because nothing worse than having to hang up 1,000 pieces of little baby clothes on the line, and you can just chuck them all in the dryer. It gets rid of all the lint. I love it. We have solar panels on our roof, so we don't actually pay for our power anyway. But yeah, if you are in the position to be able to have a dryer, definitely get a dryer because it makes life so much easier. A thermometer. Okay, you just need one of those under the arm thermometers. I haven't used it for ages, but when you first bring your baby home from hospital, you will probably be like a little bit cautious about what their temp and all of that is. I don't know if that's just me because of my postnatal anxiety, but yeah, a thermometer that you can put under their arm and check their temperature, make sure they're fine, make sure they're not too hot or too cold, gives you very good peace of mind. So I recommend a thermometer. And then while we're on thermometers, I also recommend a bath thermometer. I still use this because I want to make sure the bath's not too hot or not too cold. I know you could probably just go by your mum instinct, but yeah, personally I like to have a really hot bath. So sometimes I felt like it's fine, and then I put the little thermometer in and it's too hot for him, so I've got to put some cold water in. So yeah, bath thermometer is an essential. If you live in New South Wales, you actually get one in your little bag that they give you in hospital, and I've just still been using that one. A bath seat. I'll put a photo of what I mean up here, but honestly they cost like $8 Kmart, and this has been like a lifesaver for me because when I'm bathing him it gets so slippery and I feel like I'm gonna drop him. So I just sit him on this bath seat and he's perfect. Like, he's not gonna slip down. Wait for that truck to go past. Yeah, he doesn't slip down. He can sit there good, and I can literally wash him with 2 hands. You've obviously still got to be right there with them. He's 3 months old. I'm not going to leave him in the bath alone. But I have a bath with him. I sit here, the bath seat's here, and I just wash him. I don't need to be holding him and then trying to wash him with my other hand. So a bath seat for me is a definite recommendation. And the last one for recommendations is a pram with good storage underneath. And just like a pram that you can get around easy. Lots of prams these days are made quite well. We paid like $900 for our pram. It was very pricey. That was the thing that, like, my big ticket item that I wanted, and we paid a lot for it, but I'm so happy with my pram. I got a Nuna mix, I think. Yeah, it's really nice, and you can just like go in little spaces with it. It's lightweight, and it also has a lot of room underneath. And honestly, if you want to go to the shops or anything like that, you don't want to be going down to the car like 17 times because you can't fit anything in your hands, and yeah, you're gonna be less able to do shopping and stuff like that. So having a big basket is an essential. And yeah, I love my pram, it's so good. So yeah, I was gonna get, well, I was looking at the, I said it wrong in the video, last video so many times. What is it? Bugaboo? I said Bungaboo, I think. But I was looking at the Bugaboo, which is even pricier. But when we went there, they like seemed a bit too heavy and bulky, and the under storage wasn't that great. So I actually opted with the Nuna mix with the capsule insert on the top, and I love it so much. So I recommend getting a pram with a lot of storage.